Hello everyone. Welcome vlog to my guys. No, today we have a new topic. No? I will share about a question. No? Are we willing to proclaim the truth? Okay. Because I know so many believers who are only willing to request, ask for God's favor about health and wealth, but they don't like to know about the truth. Whether we like it or not, the truth hurts. And also, the truth can lead us to martyrdom. So, we go back to the Gospel of John, chapter 18, verse 38. Pilate said, "What is truth?" No? Same also today. The modernists will ask, "What is truth?" I encountered so many sharing discussions with different levels of believers. However, mostly are modernists. They ask the same question, "What is truth?" We all know that the truth originates from God because God Himself is the truth. And the truth is not bad, of course. It is always good, especially for the soul. Now, take for example, when God created the universe, everything He created was good or very good. Genesis 1:31, because God has an idea of His creation. And when He created, example, He created the light or He created the creeping animals, the moment these created objects came into existence by His fiat. You know what is fiat? It matches His idea. That's why He said it is good or very good. So this means that all these objects, the created things, God has an idea about these things already, no? And it is always very good. So for us human beings to get that same idea, we sense data from that object, no? And then harvest a thought from what we sense and how we sense. We either smell, hear, we touch, we see that object and learn those data from that object, no? We learn something in our mind and then come out an idea. And if that idea matches to God's idea, then only we can say it is the truth, no? So, that's why it is called objective truth, not a subjective truth. It is something we know after we sense the object. It produces a fixed knowledge about that object as conceived by God. It is fixed because no matter majority will not accept it, or no matter the world never believe that idea, the fact is it cannot change. No? So with that said, are we willing to proclaim that truth to the world? Even though modernists nowadays try so hard to push their subjective truth system of belief, modernists will mark you as you are intolerant. You are mean if you adhere to the truth. So they keep pushing their subjective truth style of belief because if it's subjective, it is not offensive to those who are ignorant since they were born. So the challenge here, my dear brothers and sisters, is are we still willing to do that? Example, an objective truth is the Ten Commandments. No? The first commandment is you shall worship the Lord your God and Him only you serve. Now question, how do we worship God? We must worship God in truth and in spirit, no? Says in John 4:23. Now, if we don't care about the true worship, or we don't care how we worship, we only care those style of worship that is very energetic, no? And the lively kind of worship, the so-called feel-good worship. You know what is a feel-good worship? Have you encountered that feel-good worship? Just like you are in a concert, no? That is not grounded on traditional pattern, no? But rather copied from the Protestant method of worshiping, like a car salesman who persuade their target customer. No? You get what I mean? Or another example is we worship God along with some paganism practices. We integrate our worship with some alien style from the Catholic practices because for the reason we want to embrace the culture of our pagan brothers and sisters, no? We became so very tolerant, no, to this kind of non-Catholic style of worship. So are we still worshiping God in truth? Of course, no, no. It is no longer in truth. If we fail to worship God in truth, ergo, we fail to worship Him in spirit as well, because God's spirit is truth. So now, today we are living in a world, no, very difficult times, no? A society that rejects truth. We are living with people who claim their own subjective truth. We are now in modern times where in people can be their own arbiters of truth. No? And how the world responded to the truth. The world not only rejects it, but killed the truth. No? That's why I mentioned earlier, truth can lead us to martyrdom. Though not all martyrs are blood martyrs, but some are white martyrs, no? Like Pope Saint Severinos, you know this Pope Saint Severinos, who endured persecutions, humiliations, sufferings, hardships for the sake of truth, which is Jesus Christ. They are the kind of believers who were also labeled by the majority, no, as divisive, no, not only the Saint Severinos but so many like Saint Therese, no, white martyrs. They are labeled as divisive or causing division, no, because of their adherence to the truth. Remember in Matthew 10:34, Jesus came to bring division. A division among men who choose between truth or lies. A division who choose to do good versus evil. Today we have so many divisions, no? But not based on truth, rather based on political ideologies. No? No? And the divisions are based on secular knowledge for health and wealth, no? Even in the church, no? There is a division between those who love the traditional Catholic faith versus those who don't like, no? Because for them, this traditional kind of Catholicism is very rigid, no? Intolerant. So they hate that one. Seemingly, it is something similar to what Saint Maximilian Kolbe said, that modern times are dominated by Satan more so in the future. So, question here again, my brothers and sisters, are we willing to proclaim the truth? despite all this crisis in the church happening right now. So it's a challenge for us, no? Is there a willingness in us to proclaim the truth despite the fact that the world will persecute us? If we speak boldly the truth, the world will make us suffer and will humiliate us, no? Humiliate the people who stand for truth, sometimes even killed on purpose. No? So, my point here is, do we have that courage, the courage to proclaim God to everyone? And for those who are claiming that they love God, but lukewarm, those effeminate in faith, the heretics, no? Do we have the fortitude to do particular spiritual works of mercy for them? Remember what our Blessed Mother said? She said, do whatever he tells you. I hope you learned something from this video. Blessed be God in his angels and in his saints. Let's end this with the sign of the cross. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.